Hello and welcome to episode 4 or 5 of
Five because
the Village Affair podcast. I don't know if it's episode 4 or 5 because Robin hasn't uploaded the last one, and I don't know if
yeah,
they're gonna.
it's four that hasn't been uploaded.
But it was a bit shit anyway. It's currently Valentine's Day as we record this, not to date ourselves. And I'm joined with Rob
Hello.
and Elliot,
You alright?
and also I'm Taylor as well. Hello. um,
Yes, introduce yourself. Very important.
so this is the Valentine's Day special, because we have nothing else to do. So that's a bit
Because I'm lonely.
it's a bit depressing.
My girlfriend's in work.
Okay, I was gonna ask Rob why you're here. You have a girlfriend.
I asked Rob the exact same thing like half an hour ago.
Yeah,
I
no,
just
she's
I just
working.
assumed this was gonna be just me and Elliot, romantic podcast.
No,
Elliot's
I'm
half
actually,
cut already. Elliot's fucking got a hip flask.
I'm
I'm actually
wasted.
third wheeling.
Elliot started drinking at like 9 this morning. Woke up, looked at their calendar.
Look, it's been
February
it's been a rough
14th.
couple years, guys. I've not had a Valentine's Day with someone in 3 years.
It's been a rough 22 years for Elliot.
Last time I celebrated Valentine's Day, I was 18.
Oh, oh dear.
So, do you guys, when you're with people, typically get up to much on Valentine's? Because I know I have, but I don't really remember many Valentine's Day plans that I've had.
I usually try and do stuff with May when, like, so basically because her work rota is kind of stinky. Try and organise around that as close to the date as possible. So that's why I was with her over the weekend. Just
Nice. Did you get up to much?
went to Liverpool, which was really
Lipiel?
nice.
What did you
Yeah.
do there? Drinking?
Uh,
A nice
not
meal?
not really. It was mostly more just hanging out and just going around and having a nosy.
Oh, nice.
Walked around the harbour front, which was really nice. But it was just really cold, and we did discover a really cool arcade gamer bar though. So
Was it called something like Pixel Hub or something like that?
might have been. It's like the entrance is not very assuming.
I,
Like it's
I saw
it's
like
literally
a reel or something about a gamer bar in Liverpool.
it's literally so the street we were on in the main city centre. It's literally just a door that goes into an underground basement area, and then it's just full of retro arcade games. But it's a bar as well.
But did they
Um,
did they have like cocktails and they were like two for £12 and
uh,
you got like a Pokemon card or something?
Unsure. We only spent like 5-10 minutes there.
Oh,
We were mostly just
not your
cruising
scene.
around. Well, any other occasion we'd have probably done it, but because we were like on a tight schedule, we didn't really have much time.
I was gonna say, me and you have been to a gamer bar before, Rob.
Yeah, I remember that night.
We have. I don't.
I do. I remember crying as I spent £9 for a pint.
Fuck me, £9 for what?
£9? Where was
It was
that?
A pint of
it was
what?
it was the Enki 64 in Manchester. It was like £9 for an Asahi.
Fuck
Just
I did
me.
not. I remember just getting a cool gamer related cocktail that was like
yeah,
£10, but I didn't mind doing that because
It's like
all the
Pikachu
cocktails were
diarrhea
like
or something.
all the
I don't remember.
cocktails were like averagely priced, and then for some reason it was like if you want a beer, fork out your wallet. Just like, oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, £9 for a pint. I was just like, oh.
And you still got a pint anyway because you're a hard lad. Big
Well, yeah,
man.
because I love Asahi.
I love beer. Happy
I love
Valentine's Day. I love beer.
love beer.
Elliot, have you got up to much on Valentine's Days past?
The last one I did, we didn't do much on the Valentine's Day. But it was like, 'cause it was on a Monday, I want to say.
Yeah.
But the weekend of like, so the 12th and the 13th, we went to Chester Zoo.
Oh.
and then yeah, that was nice. So I think it's a good. It can be used as a good thing to like spend the day with someone. Like book a trip out. It's a good excuse to do something like that. So I will do something usually if I'm with someone.
Yeah.
Um, but if I'm not with someone, then I couldn't give two shits to be honest. Kind of thing.
I don't
But maybe
really.
maybe
Yeah.
that's just me being spiteful because I'm not with someone.
Well, I think the thing is it's not about the fact that it's Valentine's Day. It's the fact that you have to fucking hear everyone else talk about it for like 3 days beforehand. I was in so it ticks over into Valentine's Day when I'm in work, like so last night or this morning, I guess. And it's like I work with a bunch of married old men, and they're all talking about like, yeah, gonna have to get the wife some flowers and that. And it's like, oh, shut up, stop being happy. There was one he'd like spent like quite a lot of money on flowers, and then just before we're leaving, he's like, oh, I've just got a saucy text from the missus. She's happy about the flowers. Gonna get some when I get home. Oh, cool. I'm gonna play Vampire Survivors and get sloshed.
Just get sloshed.
And then maybe have a wank and go to sleep. I don't
That's
know.
Speaking of getting sloshed, guys, I'm out of whiskey.
Go get some more. We'll wait.
No,
We'll wait on the.
this is a professional setting. I'm sloshed enough. It's fine.
get more.
Mm. Uh,
That's what they're going to wonder about. Why is it that old men in like
Yeah.
most businesses, when they speak about like their marriage, why is it always the same of ooh, got a saucy message and ooh, I know what I'm going to do to. Why do they brag about it
the
so
old
much?
ball and chains messaged me. Fucking hate her. I can't wait for her to keel over.
Okay, Taylor's drink has hit him already.
No, it's not. That's my impression of
This,
old
this
men.
isn't alcohol related. This is just.
This is my views. The old
That's just
ball
how
and
he is.
chain. I I think everyone that I work with that is married is quite. I don't know. They seem quite happily married. But they are all like sort of 60. So I'd hope so. I'd hope they're happy. Been married for like 40 years at this point.
I've had a weird couple months in my like family friends like circle in which. So a few years ago, my parents split up. Um, Recently, my parents' best friend from uni was having an affair, so they've split up. Um, my aunt's partner and herself have split up in like the past few weeks. So um, maybe love just isn't real. Maybe the only way to be in love is to send saucy messages to each other at the age of 60.
He's in his mid 40s. This one actually, and the
Oh,
message.
sorry.
If I recall, the message was, "Roses are red, violets are blue. When you get home, I've got a surprise for you,"
What
or
a way
something,
with words.
or something like that. And he
Well,
Next
maybe
Shakespeare
that's what
right
and
here.
he
maybe
decided
that's
to
what those
announce.
relationships are
He,
missing.
he shouted out immediately, "Lads, I've got a message."
Lads,
Lads, I'm lucky tonight.
lads, my wife likes me.
My wife, she fancies me.
My
I'm well
wife of
in.
30 years has an interest in me.
Well, maybe love isn't in the air this year. Rob's on a podcast. Me and you are on a podcast.
Oh, my love was in the air
Well,
last
I'm
week.
sh- I'm sure the other three couple members of our podcast are
I'm fairly
having a.
sure Robin's playing Fortnite. No,
No, they're on a call with Abby, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think Robin's speaking to their partner. I'm sure
I know
is
Jordan's doing something right.
Jordan's doing something nice known as Kingdom Come Deliverance. Apparently.
Really?
Oh no,
Yeah, he's got it
Jordan,
open.
Jordan, Jordan has
Love,
failed.
love is in the air, everyone.
The missus
Love
is
is in the
making
air.
me a lovely dinner. I'm playing Kingdom Come 2. This is the life. I've got A £9 beer from a shitty Manchester bar.
It's quite good actually, but yeah. I went to
No.
Manchester the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the
Oh yeah.
Trafford Centre.
You went to an aquarium, right?
I did. I went to the Animal Crossing event at Sea Life, Manchester.
Mm. What
It was quite nice.
like? So was it basically you went around the aquarium as normal, but then there would
Yeah.
be like a special bit, or
So you went around the aquarium, but before you got in, they'd give you a few like things to complete and fill out. So there was like an Animal Crossing like meet the villagers, and throughout the aquarium there'd be stamps of villagers, and there'd be like a profile explaining what they are. So there was like Lily the Frog and what her interests were, and you'd get a stamp from Lily the Frog, and it was like attached to a wall, and your job was to fill out all of the stamps.
I
Um,
see. Yeah.
and then also there was Blathers, who's the owl, who like is what this is based off because Blathers has like the aquarium and the museum in the game.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
you could dig up fossils at one station, and then Blathers would tell you like facts about the aquarium. And then Blathers had a couple challenges for you, and if you filled out all of them at the end, Blather you get a nice little postcard as like a reward, which I put up on my wall last night. Had Gulliver, I think that's his name.
Is that
I hope
the
so.
he's the drunk like
The little
guy?
pelican.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was asleep somewhere in the aquarium. And then there was little signs around of like different villages. So there was, like Pascal, the little sea otter, and then there was also like Celeste at the start, and I took a few photos with them. And then every half an hour or so, they'd have Tom Nook and Isabel, like people in costumes of them, in like interchanging, and you could hug those two and take photos with them.
Oh, that's
It was
very
quite nice.
nice.
It was quite nice.
I've always been scared of like the big mascot suits that people wear.
Have I told you about my meeting Pikachu story?
No.
Okay, I've told some people about this. So I think I was what, like 14,
14
15.
last year.
I'd gone. So yeah. So 2 weeks ago. I'd gone to London with my family to see. Uh,
Condolences.
yeah. To see the. Do you know like the Harry Potter sequel? That's about his like child,
Um.
the cursed child.
Vaguely.
Oh,
Yeah.
the play.
Yeah, the play.
My
It's not.
sister was into it. I
It's
think.
it's not. It's really quite
It's
bad.
shit.
The Dementors were quite cool. Like the special effects with Dementors.
There's
The
one
rest of
good
it.
Harry Potter thing, and that's the first film was quite zany and wacky. The rest of it is just fucking boring. Go on.
Anyway, it wasn't very good. But the point being, I was in London. And then the second day, I went around like the markets and stuff. I went to like Camden. I went to like Chinatown,
I
like
like.
that kind of
Yeah,
area.
I do like that.
And then I think it
Yeah.
was around Chinatown they had a giant Pikachu. Like the costume, like the life-size costume. So a person was in a costume of Pikachu, and my parents were like, "Oh, you and my sibling, you should take a photo with Pikachu." And I was like, "Yeah, because I like Pokemon. Why not?" I did it, took a photo of Pikachu, and then as I was leaving after the photo was taken, I hear from the Pikachu costume, "It's £25 for a photo, please." So there was like some like
Really?
40-year-old cigarette smoking,
Oi, come
Jesus.
here.
yeah, literally, no, literally
Bloody
in a
hell.
Pikachu outfit, um,
You told him to
which was
fuck
a bit,
off.
which was a bit fucking jarring. So yeah, we paid him. I really wish he'd started with that instead of being like Pika Pee. Um, anyway, yeah. So
Pikachu.
yeah, literally. Why couldn't we started with "I'll be £25, please"?
Wait,
So yeah, I
were
guess
you
that
in the
guy's job is
picture?
to. Yeah, me and Pikachu out. I don't know if my parents have the photo of it, but I took a photo with Pikachu,
Oh
and then
right,
after I
okay.
took the photo with Pikachu, Pikachu was like, "That's £25, please," probably to pay off his cigarette nuts. I don't know.
Well, that's
Because
how
you
they
sounded
work, right?
rough.
It's full of
Yeah, but
scams. London is full of
it was
scams.
really it was the most London thing ever. I don't like London. I'm not a fan. But
Whenever
like
I've
it was
been,
so jarring. It was so jarring when, this childhood character that I've been, that I look fondly upon has a 40-year-old perma 20 cigarettes a day gravelly voice and telling me that that's £25. It was really weird.
it's
But yeah, there you go.
whenever I've been to London, I turn into like the most northern version of me. I don't think I am a northerner. I'm somewhere nearer to the middle, but I turn into like, I don't know, I fucking hate southerners. I want to go back up north, and I don't know. I have like because no one. It's so busy. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it
Everyone
for
you
that
speak
reason.
to is like they don't want to even be in the same vicinity of you at all. It's full of scams. I went to Chinatown. So I was with my ex and I was in Chinatown. I was like the woman, oh sorry, no, like the so there was a woman and she was trying to like hand roses to people, and she handed roses to her and was like, I, with no price or anything. So I was like, okay, this is probably like you gave her like a donation. So I was like, okay. She just kind of had her hand held out, didn't really speak English. And so I was like, okay, I'll give her £1 because this is a really shit plastic rose. That's probably worth it. Then she was like, no, no, £5. And I just handed the rose back. I was like, fuck off. I just, that's your lot. And I fucking walked off. I don't know, I just, just turn into like this angry fucking
This
dickhead.
this
And then
poor lady was
I'm angry and for the
feeding
whole
her
time. I'm
family.
like, I'm bumping into people as I go past. Fucking move, bro. Just trying to get to this fucking restaurant. I don't know.
Yeah.
London's a strange place that
No,
I
London's
don't
not for
like.
me. I like the Natural History Museum. I can do a day of
Oh, I
London.
love the Natural History Museum.
That's about it.
Have
I'm
you
big.
seen the megalodon tooth?
I have, yeah.
It's
That was
sick.
cool.
It's so sick.
I was I went so last time I was in London, I went to go see Hamilton. So,
That was a
but
while
do you
ago,
wanna
right?
do you wanna know when? Do you wanna know the date I was in London?
Yes. Was it 2016?
13th of March 2020. So a week before COVID
Oh,
Oh,
COVID.
knocked out
Damn.
absolutely
in
everything.
London.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
So so and it already started to happen. Like when I went to the Natural History Museum,
Everyone's
like
coughing.
people, you had people were coughing. You had, your old bloke who was like, "Why are these fucking people wearing face masks?" Like you had like the whole thing happening. Like it was happening all
Yeah.
before my eyes. And then a week later, obviously, the government went full out and kind of, set in lockdown and all that.
That's nearly 5 years ago, by the way,
Yep.
which
Fucking
is
hell.
scary to think
But yeah,
about.
natural history museums really cool.
It's so good.
Otherwise, London is not for me. I'm alright.
I like that you've got loads of things there. Like you've got every restaurant you could want.
Yeah.
There's always something to do. That's the problem with living sort of where I live, and I'm assuming where both of you guys, like your hometowns, we all kind of live in places where there's not too much going on.
You can do it.
So
You can do it.
You,
You've got enough
you've
stuff
not
to
been to
keep you
Stafford.
occupied. You got enough stuff to occupy yourself for like a day, and then you're done. Really. Also,
well,
Rob just dogs himself.
I think we all have at this point, pretty much.
Well, it's like it's like
Rob just
it's
doesn't care.
amazing.
Rob's too hard.
Hang on, I doubt. Oh no, I've doxed myself. Someone's going to turn up in my hometown. Who wants to go to my hometown?
Yeah, fair enough.
Seriously, what
Yeah,
are you going to
that's
find there
true.
is a weed farm and like some people from Cannock who are trying not to. Well,
When I
make it through their
visited
day.
Taylor's hometown, I was so set on the idea of going 10-pin bowling. And then we finally got to the 10-pin bowling after having our Nando's for lunch, which, by the way, was the most overpriced shit
It
ever.
was nice.
It
As is
was
Nando's.
like I bought a wrap. It didn't have like half the fillings I ordered, and they didn't even give me my drink, which tasted like shit anyway. Because we were with Jordan, and Jordan just gave me half of his drink because it tasted like shit. So I just spent like £15 on nothing.
I was the only one
Anyway,
that was happy.
we finally get to this 10-pin bowling, and they don't even have any available lanes for like an hour, so we just leave. I was so upset.
Yeah, that was quite sad.
It was really upsetting. We had quite a nice time in the pub after though, so that was fine.
Yeah,
But
my local pub, very nice. I do like. That's the only thing I like is going to the local pub.
I like that around my area. I think the city where I live is shit, but I love all the surrounding towns nearby. I think all the pubs are really nice.
Yeah,
Sadly, are getting a bit pricey because everything everywhere's getting pricey these days. But like the local pubs are really nice.
fuck,
My
it's
local
expensive to go out now, isn't it?
It really
It
is, yeah.
is. I mean, my local pubs aren't that great, to be honest. I'd say the best one is unironically the Weatherspoons.
Okay,
It's like in
that's
the
rough.
town.
That's rough.
To be fair, it's a nice Weatherspoons. Like in terms of aesthetic, not in terms of like food or anything, just in terms of aesthetic.
I think
Because it was
we used to have two. One's closed, but it's rough. It's quite rough here. I don't want to go in there.
if you want to know how rough it is, there used to be two Weatherspoons. Now there's only one. Like,
But
oh,
yeah,
Weatherspoon
that's
goes down and then
that's how it was with
became
mine.
independent.
I don't know why. It just I don't know. I went around drinking around like the actual town bit in where I live, and like once it wasn't even like much because I just fucking went home because it was fucking busy for some reason. It's not usually very busy where I live, but it was like, really busy. You just couldn't move for people, and everyone's like it. It's as if every single person was like a big lad, and I don't know. It was a scary, uncomfy experience. I'd rather just go in like a pub nearer to my house. I think. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I don't know.
I haven't really been going to Weatherspoons as much. I used to go to Weatherspoons a lot whenever I'd go back home, and recently we've just been going to pubs nearby, and it's so much nicer.
It's cozier. It's more expensive, I guess. But
I don't mind paying a bit extra though to enjoy myself. I get drunk quite quickly, so it's not that expensive. Every if I go out, like every now and then, the issue is I'd end up going out a lot.
uh,
Used to, but now like like once or twice over the span of a month, I don't mind paying a bit extra if like everyone's able to go kind of thing.
I just I don't really have people where I live to drink with. I don't really want to go to the pub on my own because it's a bit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll just
I've
drink in my
always
room probably.
I as someone who's worked in pubs before, I've always been of the opinion that if I'm going to a pub by myself at the age of like 50, 60, um, it's over for me. Like I don't know,
I have
it
a
doesn't
workmate
it
that does
sounds
that.
so upsetting. Like you see these people come in every single day at the exact same time to
Yeah,
go to the
yeah.
pub, and it's really depressing.
I it's weird because I have a so we have quite a small team that I work with on nights, and two of them are like cousins who live really close together. And multiple times this year, it's only fucking like 6 weeks into the year, he's just not appeared on like a Thursday night, Friday morning. And then his cousin will say, "Yeah, I saw him walking down to the pub at about 4 o'clock. That's all he does is like if he's not in work, he goes to the pub, and it's just him, and he just and he just sits there. He'll talk to like the landlord a bit, but he's just on his own, and it's I don't know,
Yeah.
weird. It is sad in a
They're
way.
always. I feel bad for some as well because that some of them are just miserable. Like some of them are such pieces of work to me. Like they're just unpleasant to me, and it's like you're being unpleasant to the only people who will potentially speak to you because they're being paid on
Yeah.
the job. Um, and it's just sad. Like I had this guy, me and my work mate were talking at the time. I was checking my phone because I was expecting a message from someone, and I shit you not, word for word. This guy goes, "Oh, this generation on their phones, they're going to be too busy playing mobile games to defend us from China."
PUBG Mobile, let's go. Was it Slayer
And
John?
no,
15
but like,
pounds.
but I was
This
just,
generation on their phones.
I was actually just like, okay. Keep in mind, this is definitely like a baby boomer who's not fought a single war in his entire life. Like,
Yeah, that's fucking Gary from work. You won't shut up about how fucking good my generation's got it.
I think every workplace has that one person who has never fought a war themselves or like in any actual combat, and then they're always just like, "Oh, this next generation don't know what they're going to do when war comes around." Neither do you.
I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna be obliterated by a bomb. That's just how the next world war or whatever is gonna be fought. But the world is gonna end if there's another world war.
Speaking of the world ending, have you seen the meteor, Taylor?
Yeah, I saw this. I saw people talking about this. But I saw someone on Twitter talking about it like a few days before, and it's more likely a meteor will hit than you'll get that skin in that gacha thing from League, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's a two
literally.
point three
It's
percent
the
chance.
thing is, if it does hit, it's not gonna hit me, so it's not as bad, I
I thought
guess.
it. I thought it was. Where
No,
is it?
it's like West America, I
It's
Is
think.
it?
it it's going to hit in the North Pacific.
Oh,
That's
we'll
where
be
it's going to
alright.
hit.
Yeah, we'll
So
be
it's like
alright. It's like the other
plus
I
side of
mean,
the world to us, it's fine.
might
it,
not might not be ideal.
it won't be a world-ending event, but the entire West Coast will be gone, and
It's
Uh,
but
the entire
it's
East.
not because they're gonna just like fucking obliterate it with rockets or some shit.
I was gonna say
They're
if
real.
NASA can't do anything about it within 7 years, what are we doing?
Well, this is the thing
Come
that
on,
scares me is like NASA's been defunded a lot, right?
Yeah, it
is are
has.
we,
In
is
favor of
this
SpaceX and whatever the
is I was
fuck
gonna say
else.
is this Elon's rise to fame? Well, I mean, not he's pretty famous for doing plenty of
In
things,
in
but
infamous.
yeah, but yeah, like is this his
His
time
right.
to shine?
Sorry, did you say is this Elon's rise to fame? Is he like a
I,
niche indie
yeah, sorry,
billionaire?
sorry. Well, yeah, that's why I immediately corrected
Never,
myself because
never heard of that guy.
the guy's done plenty of things, especially recently, to make himself quite well known. But maybe this is it. Maybe he makes the anti-asteroid laser ray from SpaceX and saves the
Well,
planet.
Well, if he
well, have
does,
you?
then that's fantastic, and I'll forgive him ruining Twitter. But
Have,
I just don't think he will because I used to like 10 years ago or whatever when Elon Musk, his name was like he's the environmental car guy. He's gonna and he didn't put a patent on this technology so that all cars can use it or whatever. I was like, oh, this guy seems like an actual pretty cool guy. Maybe he's gonna do good things. But he's not. He just owns lots of things, and he's apparently like a bit
He's
of like a bit of a
he's a
psychopath.
bit of a nasty man. I mean, didn't he lie about being like really high rank on like Path of Exiles of all games or something?
yes, he did.
Was it Path of Exiles? I thought it was like
It
I think
Diablo.
was.
I think it was
No, it was Path of
I think it was
Exile.
Path. I think it was Path of Exiles. But either way,
He pays
So
people,
it
doesn't
was.
he, to like
who the
rank
fuck
So
to
cares?
keep him a high rank.
So the
Yeah,
controversy was he was doing a Twitch stream or something along those lines, and then he was pretending to play the game and be like, "Oh, this game is too easy. I don't get why people are like it." And then next day it's like, "No, you've got people to play it for you while you just sat in front of a camera because we can see that you've asked your editors to do something." It was something like that. It was a big thing a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I did
The,
see something. He's just a. I don't know.
did you guys hear
I'm not a fan.
how they resurrected an old Ronald Reagan space program? Like,
No,
so back in the 80s, Ronald Reagan had this plan of where he was going to build like satellites to orbit the US, so that if a missile was detected, they could shoot it down from space, like just instantly.
but they've been doing that,
So
haven't they? They have like redirected and shot things with rockets and all that.
yes, but not from. So the difference is when they detect a missile, it's shot from, say, the US to counter it rather than being shot directly at point of origin.
Right. Okay.
So they want to resurrect that, but this time they want to make it a lot more offensive and start bullying countries, which is interesting. And
Oh, okay. That sounds
so,
okay.
so if you don't do this one thing, I don't know, like Serbia, we're going to move this satellite distinctly over your head, kind of deal.
Thinking about this sort of stuff only panics me because it makes me realize how fragile everything in the world is, and it's like I don't know. It just takes one of these psychopaths that's running everything to be upset, and then
I mean,
the world ends, and it's like, oh, why am I going into work every day?
I mean, intercontinental ballistic missiles have gotten so much more advanced in terms of their trajectory. So before they would used to do a massive arc, they would quite literally shoot up and then over like an arc into like whichever country they were targeting.
Right.
But the countries would be able to detect it quite a while in advance. So it's like, oh, what's that? A missile has been fired from, I don't know, China, for example. It's like, oh, we've got 5 hours to react. Quite a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because they've got to go up and then back down. Nowadays, these missiles have like new technology that lets them do. They'll still do the initial blast up, but instead of going all the way up in a big arc, they'll do a small one, and then they'll skim along like the atmospheric surface.
Yeah.
So that way they get detected a lot later, and when they're a lot closer to their intended target. So, for example, it'll be like, oh, now we only have 1 hour to react, and everyone gets blown up.
Well, happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Yeah, literally.
What the fuck are we talking about? We were just talking about
How did we
war.
stem from this? Was it me talking about the aquarium?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
It was, wasn't it?
We went from Valentine's to Musk to this missile is going to kill us all.
Fuck me. Did you have a good time at the aquarium?
I did. I had a great time. I got a new. The gift shop was a bit shite, so I got a nice little Lego set. I went to the arcade. I got these little leopard geckos in bearded dragon onesies and I've turned one of them into a necklace. So I think that's pretty cool.
Very nice. Thanks for holding it up on this audio media
Okay,
podcast.
well, how about you screenshot this and make it the thumbnail?
What if
How
I just
about
have
that?
your face in it as well?
That's going to be the most blurry front image on this on that thumbnail.
I've been to an aquarium myself probably about 7 or 8 years ago with an ex, and that was all right. But I like the sharks. That's what I like.
That was
I'm not too
Ernie.
interested in much else.
I was a big fan of Ernie at the Sea Life. He was their resident turtle, and he was just chilling.
Resident turtle. They not have more.
Big Ernie. No, it's just the one. They had terrapins, which are little guys, but they had Big Ernie.
Do they
Who's
not?
just kind of swimming around.
Does he not get lonely? I thought turtles all go in like a big group
He
and
was
like
in a
social.
he was in a tank. He was in a tank of with other fish, but I don't think they're very social creatures. No,
Are they not? As in
they
Finding
kind of
Nemo has lied to me.
you do realize they kind of just leave their eggs in the middle of the beach, and then they're like, "Go on, fight for your life against the predators. They're gonna eat you when you get out."
Yeah, but but in Finding Nemo, they all swam together.
In Finding Nemo.
In Finding Nemo, where he's like, "Yo, dude," and that what was his name, Crush or something.
Crush,
Yeah.
yes, that's it.
So do they not do that? Are they not? They're not friends with each other. Swim
Um,
around in a big school.
Turtles are not my strongest bit of knowledge. Probably the one I'm least knowledgeable on when it comes to reptiles. Um, but I think it varies tail to tail.
Hmm. I don't know anything about turtles.
As I understand,
I don't know much.
they're not very social animals, and that they only really join together for mating, and then they kind of just go back to it.
Oh.
The extent of my knowledge with turtles is they're pretty chill guys, and that's about it.
I think, if I remember Finding Nemo correctly, weren't they migrating together?
They were going to Australia, weren't they?
Yeah, I think they migrate in groups, so that might have been why my big crush was with the gang.
Big
But
crush. Big.
Chill, dude. That's
Big
like,
C.
go down.
Wait, who's Big Z? That reminds me of something. What's that?
Big C.
Oh, Big C. I swear there was like a character that's like Big Z or something. This could be anything though, so
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Shall I Google? Shall I Google Big Z?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
See what does it come? I'll
Big
do it as well. Big Z.
Big Z.
It's come up with a
You should steal
Lithuanian
these
man.
hip hop. You should steal these hip hop techniques on YouTube.
Oh, do you not have Zaidrunas Zavikas? Does he not come up?
Oh
My-
my god, that was it. That's it. It's the one from Surf's Up.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's that penguin from Surf's Up.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I remember that.
I knew there was something.
I
a very
I
vivid
typed
memory
in
of
them.
watching that film in
When
Specsavers.
when you go on images, it's just mix. It's a mix of that penguin and the Lithuanian man who's like, I guess, a
Yeah,
strong man. I don't know.
I was gonna say it's the really jacked guy and then the
This
penguin.
massive man.
Z Z is for surfing.
Z is for powerlifting in Lithuania.
Z is for surfing.
Fuck me.
Dear.
So, do you guys? What is your absolute, like? If you had to create like a dream sort of date scenario or whatever, what would you guys want to do? Would you go bowling, Elliot?
I like bowling. I'm not sure it'd be my go-to. I actually, do you want to know my go-to? I mean, you asked,
I did
but
ask, so
it,
yeah.
it's not. It's not bowling. Um, do you know? Like the soft plays, but then they close in the evening, and you can. I
Fucking
don't know.
what is? Hang on, this is your dream
Right.
date is soft play.
Yeah. There's adult ones, and you can buy
Okay,
alcohol
okay,
and do them when children aren't there.
okay. I
And
didn't.
that sounds fun. I want to get hammered and jump into a ball pit and slide down a slide.
You're gonna break like your arm or something though. That's
Yeah,
that's
but it'd
the
be a
problem.
really, really funny story. And I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to do this as a date. Maybe I just really want to go.
On your own.
No, with people. But maybe it'd be a nice thing to do as a date as well.
I feel like it would get boring. I feel like you'd do a once around and you'd be like, fuck, I'm just going around this like obstacle course on my own.
But if you get but you go with people. Uh,
What, and play tag or something, I guess.
what I did do a few years ago, um, near in a town next to uh, Robin's favorite city, Robin's favorite town actually, Rill. There is
What the fuck did you do in real?
Real.
I went to Rill's Ninja Tag and I actually really enjoyed it.
We found one good thing about real guys.
It's actually really fun.
Real
I'm gonna
ninja tag.
I'm gonna give it in put the link in our Discord so you two can have a look. But I did this in first year and it was quite fun actually. I got to do the big red balls from Total Wipeout.
Big red
They were in Rill.
balls. Oh yeah, I see. The ball hop. Sea of
It was quite.
ropes. Oh, this is quite. So it's like Ninja Warrior or something
It's
like
like
that.
Ninja Warrior. Yeah, it was actually really quite fun.
That's quite cool.
I did that with my first year flatmates.
I can't help but notice all of the pictures. It is children. So
Well, we went on a random Tuesday afternoon where all the children are at school, so
okay, that's good
it
then.
was it was quite good. I can't imagine it'd be very fun if you went on a Friday night.
Is it so? So like, the thing is, I've got this image that like your dream date is you want to just be like 7 years old again. That's your dream date. You
I
want
don't
to
know. Maybe it's not my dream date.
you
Maybe it's
want to
something I
go
really want
home
to
and
do.
make dino
May-
nuggies and
Maybe maybe I
cordial.
just wanna maybe I just wanna enjoy myself in life, and maybe I don't actually want this to be a date, and maybe I just want to go out and do this with friends, and maybe I'm gonna come. Maybe you should come back to me when I've made up a maybe a better idea. But it does sound cool. So Rob, take it away while I think of something where Taylor's not going to be mean to me.
I'm gonna be real. I wasn't really listening. I was too busy reading the.
I'd also like to go ape with a partner.
Rob's still
That's
reading about fucking missiles.
I love anyone else done Go Ape. I'm a big fan of Go Ape.
No,
I have done Go Ape.
I've heard about it.
It was years ago.
I,
Like,
I
I've
don't
done
I
it.
really like
fully know
I
what it.
really
Oh, it's
like
just
Go Ape.
outside. Yeah. I've done something similar to it. Or where was I? I've done things. I've been around. I've done things.
I've done things.
There's yeah. I don't know.
Go on, Taylor. What's your go-to date? Is it your favorite restaurant?
Nando's.
Is it Nando's?
Nando's. Oh god.
And then we go home and don't speak. But she's
I
paid
feel
for a
like
Nando's. I just want a free
most of my
Nando's.
first most of my first dates have been cinemas. and I feel like they're kind of over.
Yeah,
I feel like they're really overpowered because I'm not actually speaking to them.
I've had some first dates in
I'm quite a
cinemas.
socially awkward person, but spending like 2 hours in a cinema means you're spending time together, but I don't have to
Talk
be
to them.
be awkward. And then once I get out the cinema, I have a whole thing I can talk about with them because we've both just watched it.
I think
Well,
As someone who's incredibly socially awkward, I think that's very, very
I
useful.
I the problem with that though, I went on like a bit of a date with someone when that Fast and Furious film came out. The one where it's like
That
the one where the cars like split at the end because Paul
I'd
Walker's
like you to know
dead.
I've not seen a single episode, a single.
I hadn't seen any either, and I don't think I
Okay.
really saw that one because I was a teenager who was just kissing the whole time. So it was a good date.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything from the film apart from the
What have
end where she's like crying because
I've
this
seen?
guy's dead, who we don't know
What
because we
film?
haven't watched the film.
I think I've seen what have I seen in the cinema? Um I've seen Thor: Love and Thunder on a date. That was awful.
On a
that's a
date?
Um
Who?
that's a choice of film.
That wasn't that long ago, was it?
yeah, it was 2022.
Oh, it's not.
Was that was it seriously that long ago? Bloody hell.
That's not that long
I've seen
ago.
Jurassic World on a date. I've seen Star Wars: The Force Awakens on a
Yeah,
date.
2022.
I've seen Ant-Man 2 on a date. I've seen um
Fucking get a load of you. How many
Incre-
dates do you go
yeah,
on?
I've seen oh I used to apparently quite a few back in the day, but as I've just said, I've not had a Valentine's Day with someone in 3 years,
Okay,
so
but
not anymore.
well,
Uh,
what are your what's your secret? What are your tips for getting all of these dates?
I've just given you my tips is film, so I can not be come off as awkward.
No, that's
I've
no.
given you my strategy.
But this isn't how you've gotten dates. That's just where you've taken them.
You reckon I?
Where should I
So what I
go? I
do,
don't know. I'm
Taylor?
going to check
What
Odeon.
what do I do, Taylor? I get in close and I'm like, hey, do you want to go to Real Ninja Tag
You
Park
get
with
in
me?
close. It sounds like you're going to attack them. I stalk my
You want to date
prey.
with me now?
Hey, do you want to go to Real's Ninja Tag Park? And they're
Yes,
like,
very
no, you
romantic.
fucking weirdo. Let's go watch a film. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, there's a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. Do you want to go see it? We could sit in silence for 2 hours and then talk about it after.
I think last time I
Uh,
went on a cinema date was when Alien Romulus was showing on screens, which was a
I like,
phenomenal film.
yeah, I like that film.
Although
I
the
saw
last 15 minutes were messed up.
I saw that film not on a date with my dad. That was alright.
Not. Thanks for clarifying. It's not a date.
It's your dad.
You're welcome.
Not a date. Not a date. It's my dad. It's not a
Not a
date.
date. Well,
Nothing
yeah.
weird.
Well, me and Big M, we
Big M.
watched that. Yeah, Big M.
What's his Marvin or something?
No, my dad is not called Marvin.
What's his name? Mario.
What? Yes. No. He's he's my dad is called Matthew. So
Matthew.
Big Matt.
My dad's called Steven.
Mine's Graham.
He's like
These are the most dad names
yeah.
I've. Well, I mean, yeah, they're dads, but
I
you
was
know
gonna
what I
say,
mean.
Steve, Matt, and Graham. Lovely.
Steve, Matt, and Graham.
I saw Suicide Squad on a date with someone.
Which
wait,
one?
The
the Suicide Squad,
like
The really bad one.
whatever, like the first one. They've made more
Yeah,
or something, haven't they? Right?
yeah, yeah.
the
That
Will
one was
the Will Smith
rough.
one.
Yeah, the Will Smith one.
The
What
only
are
thing
we? Some kind of Suicide Squad.
I
That
the
one.
only
I saw that 2 times, I think, because I was like, I saw it and I was like to this girl I was seeing, I was like, do you want to go watch this film? And then we did, and then I don't know. But the problem was we didn't speak throughout any of it. Neither of us
In the
really
film.
enjoyed it. Yeah,
it's not a good
Well,
film.
then, yeah, but if it's shit, that's something you get to talk about. Arguably, that's something you get to talk about more.
yeah, but we didn't think it was like shit enough to be like it wasn't like interesting enough to talk about. It was like, oh, that was a bit underwhelming. what do you want to do now? And then we just went home. I don't know. There wasn't a massive amount to talk about, which I
For
think is a
me,
bit of a problem sometimes.
that film is like has one good bit, and that's the Mexican Diablo guy who like turns into a
Oh
fire
yeah,
thing.
he's
He
quite.
was cool, but everything else was literally just a Will Smith and Margot Robbie film.
Yeah,
I think Margot Robbie's quite hot.
yeah, I was about to say. I think my favorite bit was anytime Margot Robbie was on screen.
I was gonna say, I think she did a great job.
Also, yeah,
Well, I used to like Will Smith before he kind of, I don't know, he seems like a bit of a shell of a human now. But
well, yeah,
I
he's
quite like
ever
a lot
since
of things he's in.
ever since he slapped Chris Rock,
Yeah, that was a bit.
he's not quite been the same.
It's his like he's got a really weird relationship with his wife. I wonder what he's doing for Valentine's Day.
watching the situationship.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I it was okay, ish. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
in terms of portrayals of Harley Quinn, I do think Margot Robbie's one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah,
In terms of
I think she's got the character down well. I thought
yeah,
the that bloke that was doing the Joker was shit.
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
What an actor.
The
Here's
issue is he's not like the biggest well-known actor anymore. He's not people don't really talk about him except for when he's like doing something like he's like kind of the lead in some big
I'm
film that's a flop, and so now you just have a really bad impression in your head of
we,
Jared Leto.
we
Did
only know him from
anyone
30 Seconds to Mars, and that's about it.
did anyone watch Tron Legacy growing up?
No.
I
I'm a
did.
I'm a
But
I'm a huge fan of Tron Legacy. It's this film that Disney put out. Um, it's it's got Daft Punk in it. It's really it's like quite a nice looking film.
What, Daft Punk are
It
like
takes
acting in it, or it's like their music?
like they've got them in the music. They're also in the film at one
well, yeah.
point. Um, I really really like Tron Legacy, and I've wanted another film for a long time.
Yeah.
Isn't
And
Michael Sheen in that film?
there's yes, Michael Sheen is in it. Anyway, there's a film called Tron Ares that's coming out soon. You won't believe who's the fucking lead.
Will Smith.
Is
Oh,
it?
Jared Leto.
It's fucking Jared Leto.
Oh,
So
lovely.
if he ruins Tron for me, I'm gonna be really upset.
I'm tronning out right now.
I'm gonna be
Oh,
so annoyed if Jared Leto ruins Tron for me.
so the thing is with Jared Leto's Joker is we all agree it's not very good. It's probably one of the worst iterations
It's
of
just
the Joker.
it's a bit cringe and weird, and I think he's
But
just
there is,
he method acted, right, but
yeah.
I don't think he was method acting the Joker. I think he was method acting Jared Leto being a
Being
bit
an
insane.
being an asshole.
Yeah.
See, we all agree that it wasn't very good. There is one instance where he is good,
When he
and
dies or
that is
something. When he's
When
not
the
on
film
screen.
it's in the Snyder cut of Justice League.
Oh, I didn't like that either.
He's in that? I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
He's in
he's
it.
in that. I didn't like
That's
it at all.
but it's the one good Joker scene. Like out of Jared Leto's, like I'm not saying it's a high bar, but that's the best Jared Leto Joker you could get, as opposed to all the other instances.
Well, do you know what, like I
He was in Morbius as well, wasn't he?
yeah,
The film
that's the
that flopped
thing. He's
twice.
just in flops.
It flopped twice, which is quite
Yeah.
impressive
Yeah,
for a
well,
film to do.
did anyone see Morbius? I saw it on a plane.
No, I
It was the
didn't bother.
I didn't bother watching it, but I was like, oh, I've got 3 hours until I arrive in America. I'll watch Morbius.
Isn't Matt Smith like a big character in it or something?
He is, and he
dances in that film.
he does his best to give him to defend him, but
Oh,
there was
what an actor.
nothing you could do about that film. It was appalling.
I think Matt Smith's a pretty good actor. But sometimes
His-
there's nothing you can do.
That's what a lukewarm take from you, Taylor. Thank you.
He's alright, yeah.
his
Good job. Bold take from you, I think.
Hot take,
I think
straight.
I think that Matt Smith guy's really good.
I know, I didn't say really. I thought he's a pretty good actor. Not really
I mean,
good. I don't know. I've only seen like clips of Doctor Who where he's
see that
like,
that's what I was gonna say. Like he was quite big for me in Doctor Who,
yeah.
but then watching him in House of the Dragon do some of the shit he does, and it's just like that's not the Doctor I know.
I
Honestly,
only know him from Doctor Who. That's the thing.
honestly, I think the best performance from him I've seen is his portrayal of Prince Philip in The Crown.
Yes, it's
Wait,
really good.
he's
It's
Prince
really
Philip.
good. Yeah, Matt Smith plays
It's
Prince Philip, and it's actually incredible. It's really
it's
good.
I think I saw someone say it's
Prince
almost one
Philip.
to one of every mannerism and
He did an
little subtleties.
incredible job of playing Prince Philip in The Crown.
He does have
The
like
first,
a fairly similar kind of facial structure,
the
I
the
guess.
first, the first two seasons of The Crown are one of my I like two of my favorite seasons of television. Just end off.
Is that good? Is it a good? I thought it was like for mums.
I I really enjoyed The Crown, and then season three's alright, and then after that, it's all about Princess Diana, and
Let
it's
our lady die.
and it
To be
gets alright.
fair,
It's alright, but after that many episodes of it, I don't know. I think it was best exploring the Queen when she was younger, and it becomes less interesting when it's more recent things. If that makes sense.
Did
I
didn't they cover the Welsh disaster?
They did.
they did.
That was
They
that was
did.
good. That was a good
That was
Did
episode.
season
did
three.
they cover it well? Did they make Wales
I
out to be
would
the
say that
victims
was,
we are?
as I understand, that was the third season,
It
and
was, yeah.
everything about the Welsh, I think they handled quite well.
Good, good.
But I
I,
would say that it doesn't. The rest of the show doesn't come close to to season one and two. I think those are incredible, and the rest of it's just kind of whatever.
I will give credit where it's due, though. The portrayal of Thatcher in season four, and
Yes, yeah,
that is
yeah,
really good
yeah.
to the
It
point
is.
where you hate the actor, and that's obviously them doing a good job.
Have you guys seen the adverts for that Steve Coolidge Thatcher show they're bringing out?
I think so.
It's like called like Brian and Maggie or something like that, and it's like, and I don't know whether it's going to be something that kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if it's meant to be sort of trying to portray Thatcher in like a positive light or a negative light.
Yeah,
Or
good luck with portraying Thatcher in a positive light.
yeah, but there are people that fucking love her, and they're like, oh, the Iron Lady, or what was it, like the Iron Door or something?
Iron
Iron
Lady, I
The
Lady,
think.
Iron Lady.
Yeah.
Iron Door.
I thought that's
The
what.
Iron Door. You mean the Iron Curtain? You stupid bitch. The Iron Door.
It's Thatcher playing Minecraft. But an iron door, and the villagers
The
can't
Iron
get in.
Door. The Iron Door isn't even a. Sorry, the Iron Curtain isn't even about fucking Thatcher.
The fucking Soviet Union and
It's the
Western
Soviet
Europe.
Union, yeah.
Oh,
It's the split down of Germany and Europe.
Thatcher Iron Door. No, yeah, I've made this up, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
Nothing's come up. Okay, the Iron Lady, whatever. What if they play like, I am Iron Man, you know that one song, and that's like, I don't know what the show's gonna be about.
Where are you going with that?
I assume she's gonna have some kind of like epic scene or like a montage where she's, I don't know,
What?
taking
Privatizing
people's,
everything,
yeah, privatizing and selling things off.
causing the next depression. Oh, yay! Round of applause, everyone.
God, we just can't help ourselves talking about politics and bombs. It's because Rob's here.
What is that? Okay.
Okay,
Well,
sure, I guess.
this is the first episode we've had without Robin. So how
We
are we
did.
feeling? Cut them from the podcast. I think it's been going well.
We're not going alright.
They'll be here next weekend, surely, or week after.
I do like that well, we did start recording this weekly, but just not uploaded the episode. So
Yeah,
we
we have
might
to.
it might go
It was
like 1, 2, 3, 5, maybe
Well,
4 will come out at
Four.
some point.
there might just have to be the secret hidden episode because
It was a bit
um
shit.
it was a bit
I
shit.
was
But
I was
your
knackered. I
thumbnail
think we were all
your
so
thumbnail your
tired.
thumbnail was very good.
I did like.
It was a good thumbnail.
Um, we were all so tired though, and we spent
It's
about
kind
10 minutes
of
talking about like wanking at the start for some
yeah,
reason.
yeah, for some reason that was happening. I like talking about
God.
films because films are
Yeah,
fun.
I had
But
checked out
yeah,
by that point. I wasn't really in the room anymore when we were talking about films. Partly because I hadn't seen them, so I just didn't have anything to say. I have
well,
seen I have seen Surfs Up though. So
do you know what you can say?
what?
What your go-to Valentine's date is?
Well, I don't know. I don't have a go-to.
So
Um,
why, so why are you shitting on me for going to Rill's Ninja
because
Tag Park
that's
or
not what
Go
you said.
Ape?
You wanted
But,
to go. No, you wanted to go
but
to
you don't even.
children's soft play.
Yeah, yeah. I want to go to like no, but it's not a children's soft play. It's like
Then at
the version
lunchtime, you'll go
where it's
into
like
that one room and you'll have like, all right, do you want that currant cordial or orange cordial? And do you want jelly or do you want custard? Like, fuck,
like
that was so.
Google it.
I used to
It
love
looks
them.
so. I want to get absolutely plastered and go in a soft play. I think that looks fun.
Yeah, I would. If it,
You'd enjoy it. You're lying to yourself if you're saying it wouldn't be
no, I
fun.
would, but
And
I
whenever
wouldn't. But I wouldn't
and
go
whenever
on the
you
on a first date with someone. Do you go soft play?
okay,
Do you want to go
yeah,
soft play?
yeah,
We
okay,
can play
okay.
tag.
Which is
It's like
which is why I said, you know what, fair enough. Take it back. Maybe a bit nicer to do it with a group of friends rather
okay.
than a date.
So for a date, I think. So I've been watching a lot of first dates on Channel 4,
Yeah.
and I think I've come round to the idea of that traditional, like, you go for a little bit of a meal and some drinks, and then you end it off, and then the bill comes, and then she's like, "Do you want to split it?" And then the man's always like, "Oh, no, no, I'll get it." And then she's like, "No, I don't mind." And then he's like, "No, no, no." And she's like, "Oh, that's very sweet of you." And that happens every time. It's like the dance you do. And then afterwards, if it goes well, you go out for another drink or two. I've come round to that. I wouldn't mind something like that.
I
But
think I think alcohol would be a good start for me. I think a
yeah,
bit of
yeah.
alcohol in my system would help with the nerves a little bit.
Well,
Um
that's the thing. You have a few drinks. You see some people go on there and they are plastered before they've even like got to the
yeah.
venue.
Yeah,
There's
I
this one.
love
There's one guy, and he's like, "I've had 12 beers," and he sits down. He's like, "Beer, please." And he's like, "She's not even walked in yet." He's like, "Do you know who it
Sounds like
was? It
right.
was. I'm fairly sure. You know the guy who's like, that video, fish and a rice cake. Have you seen that?
yeah, fish and a rice
He
cake,
was on. He
yeah.
was on first dates, and then like
What
halfway.
Seriously.
what's happened to him? He used to be on such a good diet, and now he's having 12 beers a day. What's happened?
um,
That's not a fish and a rice cake. I'll have a beer, and then for 2 hours later, I'll have another beer, and then
that,
for my dinner, I'll have a beer,
that's just Rob's diet.
I
uh,
don't drink as much beer as I used
for
to.
breakfast, I'll
and then I'll
have
have
beer.
another, and then I'll have a 9 pound Asahi,
Oh,
and then I'll have
lovely.
another beer.
Oh god, don't remind me of the price.
But I wouldn't mind something like that. But I don't know. I think
I I
cinema's
like the
good, but I, I I like the idea of getting to know someone on a first date because then you can be like
yeah.
whether you want to go on a second date.
I like the idea of doing like a fair as well, but that's very situational.
Oh, like that is very romantic.
I
First
like that
first date,
idea.
I don't know because you can't hear anything at a fair, so you can
I
barely
don't know.
really talk.
I do alright. That might just be a you thing.
What hear things at a fun fair? It's so loud.
Yeah, I can hear things that are fun for.
I can't hear anything.
What?
I'm walking around like I'm an alien. I can't hear anything. I'm a bit overwhelmed. There's like loads of bright colours. I want to
I
go to the
I
Huck-a-Duck.
also I also quite like, and I'm not sure I'd want it as a first date, but I quite like aquariums and zoos. But I think that's just because I have an interest in those. But I think they're quite nice things to do.
I think they are great for dates. Aquarium. I went on like I guess wasn't I guess it was a date, but I was like I'd already been with this person for a little while. But so we were at the zoo, but it was like winter time,
Yeah.
and it was like an event that started kind of later in the evening, so it was dark, and you got like a lantern, and you kind of went on this trail around the zoo, and it was really nice. It was kind of like the aquarium thing where you have to kind of go to set points and kind of you have like a little chart that you tick off where you've been, and
Yeah,
that was really nice. That was
that does
very.
sound nice. But would you say that's a good first date or a nice date just a couple
I
dates in?
this is the thing. I kind of like the idea of like first dates being something that the main premise is like you're chatting with them, talking about like what do you do and what are you into, and
How about a Valorant ranked game?
I don't play Valorant,
Seriously?
but I wouldn't.
That's your suggestion? A Valorant ranked game?
I
Good
don't.
God, what are your standards?
How
I,
about
I don't
a
want
Swift
to.
play?
I don't want to ever play competitive games with a significant other ever again in my life. It's not a nice environment. Neither of you are happy. You're not really actually spending time together because you're
Babe,
just
why are
angry at the
you 0 and
game.
7?
You're in sync. You're in sync, babe. Babe. No sex tonight. I'm pissed off.
Why'd you steal my kill? Right, that's it. I'm not making dinner for you.
Why
Fuck.
why am I not allowed in the room? Because you took my 2 backline minions.
You stole cannon at 15 minutes. it's that's the thing. I do think that playing like two-player sort of co-op adventure games or whatever is probably kind of an S tier activity for a couple to do.
I used to do a lot of Minecraft together.
Yes,
That
I
was our
did as
thing.
well. Yeah.
My most recent ex tried to get me to play Lost Ark. That was the most boring shit of my entire life, so I'm glad I didn't get into that. Um,
I've had Minecraft worlds, and it's generally it was like during like the COVID time where everything was locked down anyway, so there was nothing
yeah,
to do.
I
Um,
played a lot of Fall Guys with my last ex as well.
okay.
That was quite fun. I
Fall
wouldn't I wouldn't rec
Guys.
I wouldn't recommend it for a date, but it's
Dave,
quite nice to just
hop on
talk to
Fall
someone.
Guys.
It's not, it's a nice, chill, not competitive game. Well, I mean, if you're taking Fall Guys seriously, then grow the fuck up. But you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah. I
The only
think.
time I've seen you take it seriously is at Marathon.
Oh
I
God, yeah.
didn't take it serious. I didn't take it seriously then. Did you see what I did to Fruit?
Didn't we
Yeah, but I
didn't
saw, I saw,
didn't didn't we both troll him and he won anyway?
He won
yes.
anyway.
I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna win this. I'm just gonna grab fruit and try
I
and
I
kill him.
I could have won if I just played properly, but I was like, I don't fucking care. I'm bored, so I just ran at him.
No,
Because
Ollie was
otherwise, it
taking
would
it
have been another
seriously.
2 minutes of jumping
the
up and down.
these things always made me upset because I was never good enough to win any of these events, so I didn't enjoy it. I didn't try anymore. I stopped caring, so I started trolling. I don't know. I think that might be my answer. I think maybe just first date, you go and grab something to eat in
What
like
about
a nice enough little place that you can hear each other and chat. Then afterwards, it's like, oh, do you want to go? We'll go and. The issue is again, it's where I live. There's like fuck all to do. But assuming, let's say I lived in London and there was everything there on my doorstep, be like, oh, do you want to go to like, oh, do you want to go to this cool like little game bar or something like that? Because I'd assume we're probably both at least a little bit into games, something.
I
You know,
think that's one of the date ideas me and May are going to be doing um, in like the next couple of weeks.
it's a good idea. I think. Well, Elliot, what is yours? You've had enough time to think.
ice cream?
That's yeah. That's not a date. That is a food.
Okay. Like going out for ice cream, and then maybe there's a nice park nearby.
That is nice, actually. I'd assume this
I
is like a kind of spring, summertime thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like, come on, let's go freeze our tits off in the
It's
park.
mid-January. Do you want to go for ice cream in the park at 4
Yeah,
p.m. when it's
maybe
dark?
maybe at that point I'd be like, do you want to have a coffee instead, maybe, or like a nice woolly coat.
Oh,
Why are you wearing?
that is a shout, actually. Like a coffee date or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't drink coffee, so a hot chocolate date.
That's what I
I
do. I
I
don't
can't
like
really
coffee, so
I can't really drink coffee anymore. I used to drink coffee all the time. I used to and I hear me out. So I can't eat breakfast anymore. If I eat in the morning, it makes me feel really sick.
Mm.
Um,
I
and
had I used to be sick, so I had to stop.
um, like um, so I kind of stopped, but I'd always be really tired when I'd wake up for my college.
Yeah.
And my dad recently got like a coffee machine, so I'd start every morning instead of having toast or whatever, because one, I didn't have enough time. Two, I wasn't that hungry anyway.
You could have been like
Um,
one of those anime girls that runs out of the house with toast in their
with the
mouth,
toast. Yeah,
running
yeah.
to college.
Um, anyway, I used to start the day for 2 years in a row with a nice espresso, because I like an espresso. I know most people don't,
Espresso.
but I can't pronounce it. You'll learn quite quickly.
Espresso.
Uh, yeah, everyone calls me on it every time.
Just say it.
I keep calling it espresso. It's rooted in my head. You're gonna have to deal with it. I have to physically think for like 3 minutes and mentally prepare myself to say espresso. I will just
So you
say
can say it.
espresso.
Well, you said it
Yeah,
then.
yeah, but you notice how I just spent the last minute mentally preparing myself to
It's
say
not a minute. It was
espresso.
about 20 seconds.
Okay. Anyway,
It's fine.
um,
I understand.
I don't.
whenever I try and eat breakfast now, I think I feel really ill or will be sick, and potentially making myself drink really strong bitter coffee every day might have had an impact on that.
You're like shaking and tweaking on the way. I
Um,
I stopped.
I can't.
I hadn't. I don't. I've never really been a breakfast guy.
I
I
don't
kind of feel
drink
it.
coffee anymore though, because I don't know if I am milk lactose intolerant or not, or I just can't deal with milk very well. But coffee always makes me shit myself. So like it just gives me really bad stomach pains like an hour later, unless it's like espresso and has no milk in it.
Well, they say that
Uh,
everyone is like a little bit lactose intolerant.
but I just don't drink it. I really like coffee, but I don't have it often because I really struggle to just deal with it.
Yeah.
And
I
I had
don't like
espresso.
the taste. It's too
I had an
meh.
I had an espresso the other week,
Well
the first
done.
time in ages, and it was really nice. And then I felt really ill the next day.
Uh,
I felt really
does it
bad.
just fuck your stomach up?
I think coffee just kills me.
Because Red
Like
Bulls used to fuck my stomach up a lot.
I don't know what it is. But and then I had coffee before I was about to drive home with my dad for Christmas, and we had a coffee because we had some issues with the car, and then we got in the car after drinking coffee, and I just felt so horrifically travel sick for the next 2 hours. I don't know, coffee just doesn't agree with me anymore, which is a shame, but also not that much of a shame because now I can just buy like, ooh, the nice fruit tea or like the hot chocolate, whatever. So it's not like the end of the world. I'm quite happy to manage without a caffeine addiction,
It
but
wouldn't
I definitely did used to have a caffeine addiction. Considering I had it every day at about 8 in the morning for breakfast.
it wouldn't be good on a first date, would it? Like you have a coffee and then
And I
like an
shit my
hour later
pants.
you've just shit yourself. And
Yeah,
and she's like asking you questions like, "Oh, or he, I don't know." And like, "Oh, what do you do? What are you
my
into?" And you're just like, uh, uh,
gotta go.
holding your stomach. You're like,
Can you
fuck. And you're still
can you
drinking this coffee. It's like, I love
one
that.
1 second, I'm just in the toilet having the worst time of my life, and it's been 20 minutes, and then I get out and
She
she's
just
gone.
is like,
Like, yeah, like
This is
it's
screaming from the
yeah,
toilets.
it's not great. So
Ah!
I'd go for the hot chocolate or the tea in that situation. Um,
I do like tea. Tea is probably one of my favorite hot
a
drinks.
big fan of herbal teas and fruit teas. I'm a big big enjoyer of
Uh,
nice fruit tea.
I used to
I
have a lot of
prefer
fruit teas, yeah. It's quite nice.
I prefer Builder's tea.
Or just brew. That's usually what I'll have because if I ever drink tea,
Yeah,
it's to like wake myself up or like to focus or something,
yeah.
and then I feel ill. So, um, yeah. But I think we're at about an hour 10 minutes now, so it's not a bad place to wrap things up on this Valentine's Day podcast.
What? Elliot shitting themselves after tea. What's
Yeah.
How
our
about we
coffee hour?
How about we wrap it up with where Rob's first date would be? Taylor's is
Yeah.
somewhere.
When
Taylor's
mine?
is something to spend time with
Mine is
her.
on Channel 4's first date.
Yeah, Taylor's is on Channel 4's first dates. Mine's ice cream in the middle of winter.
Yours is
Where's
ice
Rob?
cream and soft play. You're just a child. Where would you like to go, Rob? A brewery.
Mine. Do you know what? Unironically, yeah, that would actually be quite a cool one to do. But I think I don't know. I do appreciate going to the pub and then just
I wouldn't go
having
to.
like a chill drink.
I think I'd go
I'd
to the pub on a first date.
I had a friend. My housemate in first year said he'd take a girl to Weatherspoons for their first date, and I
Oh
was like,
God.
Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you?
Did
Anyway,
did
go
they
on.
last?
Sorry. No.
Well, me and May's first date was in Llandudno, which was actually quite a nice one.
Landed
The weather
no.
was a bit off, but yeah, it was a nice date.
That's quite nice. It is a nice little place, to be fair.
Hmm.
So your first date is just landed no.
Good,
What
good wins.
did you go down to the pier and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, it was. Well,
Yeah.
it was on we obviously we were with a group of friends, but it was more of like a, oh well, I could take you to like one of the like coffee or tea houses that are there. They were all full, so we ended up going to Spoons.
Going where?
Who?
We ended up going Spoons.
Oh no.
So your first date was spoons.
Oh
It was
no.
it was handed no spoons, and they didn't give me my chips.
So I've
Did you
just
get
been
angry? Take
blaming
my
someone.
fucking chip.
Ask for
Listen,
a refund.
love. Shut up. They haven't given my chips here. I need to go and sort this out. You went up with your £9 beer. Grabbed the 16-year-old cashier and was like, "Listen, mate, I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Yes, that's exactly what I did.
Oh, romantic. Sorry, what were you saying, Elliot?
Don't know.
Oh,
I've completely forgotten because we were talking about Rob's date. Oh yes. I'd like the idea of going to an arcade on a date as well.
oh, that's a
That would
shout.
be cool. That
That
would be really cool.
like the
I've done it
10-pin
before.
bowling arcade. You just want to go to
I've done
10-pin
it.
bowling.
Yeah, again, maybe I just like having fun with the person, Taylor, and you don't know what fun is.
No,
I want to
I
sit there and be awkward and try and come up with conversations and wait for my food to arrive as it takes an hour. Or in the case of Rob, the food
as if
arrived,
that's
no
an
spoon, no
uncommon
chips.
thing to do. Go to a
No,
restaurant.
yeah, and it's uncommon to get
Yeah,
ice cream or
I'm
drink
miserable.
coffee.
I'm sitting in a restaurant with a date. Oh, I'm
Okay,
miserable. I have to talk to this
enough.
person.
Fair enough. The soft plays is a bit unusual, but I think all the other ones I've suggested are quite normal things to do.
I think they are,
But
but I think that you're in like this Venn diagram of like one side is cute date ideas and the other side is children's birthday party ideas, and all of your ideas are in the middle. You're
you
like,
say this, I would absolutely love to go to like a laser quest.
fuck me. I
Maybe
went.
not on a date. Well, I was meant to go for
Ah, yes, shoot your
for
date.
my 16th birthday, and I am just spiraling here. I was meant
16th
to.
birthday.
My
Your
16th
16th
birthday.
birthday.
16th birthday. I haven't had a birth. I don't do birthday
I
parties
haven't had
often,
a
so I was like,
birthday ever since.
I haven't had. I don't normally do things for my birthday, so I was like, Mum, this is the year. I want to go late to do laser.
I want to
Laser,
go to
laser
Billy
quest.
Bear's laser tag or something.
I wanna do laser tag with my like group of like 16-year-olds because it'd be really funny. Um, we had it all organized, and then this little thing called COVID came, so I didn't get to do it.
You were 16 with COVID?
No, I was 17, so it would have been my 17th birthday. Sorry.
Okay. That's even worse.
Um, do you know why I did Laser Quest?
No, but you're gonna give me some
Because
like
because
backstory that makes me feel horrible now.
because paintballing is too fucking expensive for 20 people.
Oh, I got shot in the nuts when I went paintballing.
I really like paintballing,
Really,
but
I had a
last time
bruise for ages.
I've not been in paintballing for ages. I wanted to do it for years, but it's a lot of money, so you have to convince people to somehow get there and pay for it. Um,
I
last
Yeah.
time I
yeah.
to last time I did paintballing, I didn't wear glasses.
Oh no.
No, I didn't.
No, I think I did. I just started wearing them, so I managed without them. I think I'd have to get contacts or something if I did paintballing again, or I'd
I
just be fucking
can you not
useless.
wait? Can you not just have the helmet over your glasses?
I'm sure you could, but if you get shot in the head and then it hits your head and then the glasses, that sounds really bad. I know you're not meant to aim for the head, but you can't. It's
You're not meant to
unavoidable
aim
in
for the
some
balls
cases.
either, but my friend did. So I don't
I
know.
I headshot
I
someone.
was in no man's land between the two bases,
It
and
was
then like,
really
pew, and then everyone just sees me sort of keel over a bit. Ah.
the first time I went paintballing was so funny because it was as a group of like 12-year-olds and we were all like going for my friend's birthday and it was us and three people, but these three people were people who had just returned from an army tour.
Oh.
Like, so they were like three people in the army, and you'd pay, and you we'd go in our groups, and I had the army people on my team,
Oh, that's
just
good.
random people, and everyone else would be like taking cover or learning how to do their guns, and then you see these three guys in the fucking corner on their knees, just like shuffling into position, and it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, but could you
We
imagine
won.
like they have like a
We won, by
PTSD
the way.
attack or something midway
Did
through?
you? I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
we won, by the way, if that wasn't
Yeah,
clear.
that's not
Um,
surprising.
and then the second time I went, I got to do this one at the end where when you got shot, you were out and you had to drop your gun. So I got to dual wield guns. That was
Is that not
cool.
what you're meant to do? You're meant to like you're out and you get shot? No?
Yeah, but usually you take your gun back with you.
Oh, you can loot them.
You got to loot their guns, so I got
Could
to
you
dual
loot other
wield gun.
things? Could you start like taking like random like their phone or something
No,
like loot
if
them
you
for like their coins?
you're a bit you're a bit bloody stupid if you took your phone to paintballing. Oh, my phone got shot and now it's gone.
I
Ruined.
think I took my phone. I was with
Okay, well,
scouts or something.
good job. Your nuts were hit, not your pocket. Then
I think I'd rather my phone at the time. Yeah. Well, this
your £100 phone was saved, but you'll never have children.
exactly. It's fine.
Priorities.
It's something to talk about on Channel 4's First Dates. Tune in. I'll be on sometime this year. I think this is a good place to wrap it up, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Um, yeah. This is either episode 5 or 4.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We could just upload it as 5 and just see what Robin does. They might upload it at some point. If they don't, I'm
We'll
not as bothered because
we'll give them
it
we'll give them
wasn't
a
very
message.
good.
We'll give them a message, but I can promise you, you're not missing much.
Yeah, it was just me, Robin, and Elliot. Yeah.
No, it wasn't Jacob's though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, Jacob didn't speak until I don't know. He's This is all his idea, but he gets very shy and quiet, which is quite cute. Um, yeah. Jacob was there
But
as
yeah,
well.
happy
So,
Valentine's Day, everyone.
yeah,
Woo.
everyone listening, all fucking
All
2 people.
5 of you.
Oh, Aaron, if you're out there, let us know what you did for Valentine's.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks, Aaron.
Elliot is free. So, you know,
Taylor is also
if you want to go to the cinema, followed by
get
like children's soft play, and maybe you can have a
message.
Calippo afterwards. Just
Get in contact. I love Calippo. Get in contact with Taylor quick before he ends up on first dates.
yeah.
It's only a matter of time. He's a limited edition.
Fred from First Dates, if you see this, this is my application. Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.